Good morning. So, this car has been off for like 5-6 months since the lockdown, and it's messed up. See what it says? I know cars that say, please wash me. This one says, I'm dead. I've got two little brothers. One drives a white BMW, and he wears a black coat to work. Very emotional, full of estrogen. So I've got another brother, an engineer, who loves, he's wild, he's just too much testosterone in him. So when the girl brother like one of my brothers is a girl, when the girl one sees this, he's like, Mzala, fix this car, I'm like, it's just a car, I'll make the time. I think a part of me feels there's nothing I can't do. So the other one is like, yeah, when are we doing it? He pushes me. So I'm gonna fix this car today, and I want to show you how intense the problem is. I'm not a mechanic, but I can fix any car or any problem electronically, of course, anything that's got to do with IT. So yeah, let's get to it. Remember, the idea is to show you that I don't care whether you are a Volvo or a BM. If you understand things and you're good at them, you can put your mind to it, apply your mind to it. There is nothing you cannot do. And besides, I want to show you how godlike I can be. Good morning, focus. Morning. So I want to show you what's wrong with my car, and I'll show you what I'm going to do to fix it as cheap as possible. Remember, when you don't have a theory or an idea as to what's wrong with your car, don't touch it. Rather diagnose until you have some sort of an idea of what's going on. So with my car, or rather with the Mercedes-Benz, there is a key, which is your normal key. Inside the key there's a computer chip. Now that computer chip will speak to an EIS, electronic ignition switch, which also has a specific computer chip. That EIS will speak to the ESL, the electronic steering lock, which also has a chip inside, and then that ESL will speak to the ECU, which you call a computer box, the engine control unit. Now this system here, it's called a Lockset, right? So in my case, this part is dead here. Come on, this guy is dead. This one. Now I'll show you what the problem, how the problem can be solved. Now when you plug in your key, the code or the binary code or the computer language in the key speaks to the language in the EIS and say, look guy, are you part of the family? Is this really you? Because it has to, there's a handshake there, and then the EIS says, yeah, I'm programmed to work specifically with you. It says, cool, let's move to the next one. What about Mr. ESL? Are you part of this family? He says, yes, I am. And then they all report to the ECU. The ECU tells the starter to kick. Then the engine starts. Now, if you mess up one of them, or change, even replace, put a different car, a different EIS from another car, the whole system stops. This is their anti-theft program. This is an immobilizer, if you may call it. So the most effective and perfect way to solve this problem, you replace the unit and plug it into a reprogrammer and write that language. Whatever, every ECU has a program. It says, I only speak this language with the few guys here. So you replace another unit, reprogram it. I don't have a reprogrammer. And this is what Benz wanted to do for the 30+K. And the second option, of course, you go to a scrapyard, find another Mercedes-Benz that is dead, and then buy the entire Lockset. The problem with the most problem I have with that is that the ECU doesn't just work as part of a Lockset only. This guys here are a Lockset, part of a Lockset, but this one does a lot of other things: coolant temperature sensors, oxygen sensors, crankshaft sensors, crank position sensors, camshaft sensors, what else? Air conditioning system. And by that I mean, let's do this so you understand. There's also another system that will have something and will have a temperature sensor, have speed sensor for the air motor, and then this we call the climate system. This is what cools the car, your air conditioning. Then there's also the performance, the ignition coils, everything connects to the ECU. This is the brains of a car. So my problem with it is that when you buy a Lockset, sometimes you buy one that has an ECU that was programmed to function differently in a specific car. So the performance of the car is determined as well by the ECU. That's a fact. So the problem is when you change a Lockset, be careful of that. If it's a small car like a Tez, or then you can go ahead and just replace quickly. But if it's a seriously modified car, your BMW, your Germans, you need to know there's more to it. The spark plugs, they have to be specific. The injectors, the regulators, the idle air control valve, the throttle body, all those things must be precisely programmed or be exactly the same with the car you're replacing. So I can't do all that. I've got a cheaper solution. Now, easier said than done, but what I'm gonna do, since this part is dead here, focus, I'm going to go in, never mind. I hope you can still see, because I can't focus this thing here. There. I'm going to pull out the microchip inside here, right? I'm gonna buy another ignition switch with the same part number, and I'm gonna pull out the microchip. I'm going to actually watch this carefully, listen properly. Anyway, I'm going to take, because what is dead here is the power supply inside the EIS. I'm going to buy another EIS that has got a perfectly functioning EIS and a chip, obviously, but I'm going to remove this chip. There's actually two chips inside there. I'm going to remove that chip, take the chip from the dead one, plug it in here, take the entire unit, replace this one with it. So when you plug a key, it will check the microchip and says, is it you? And then the microchip will says, yeah, it's still me. And then it will continue moving forward. So remember, this is just electronics. It has nothing to do with, hey, Temba, this is a Mercedes-Benz. No, it's just electronics assembled by German engineers. And electronics are electronics, man. There's no Benz IC. There's no Benz capacitor or resistor. Or, it's all electronics. If you don't understand that, please stop right here. You'll just mess things up for yourself. So let me show you this in practice. All right, morning again. So this is what I killed, right? I was trying to be genius. It comes with a price though. If you can look there, that's blown. You see that? Now, unfortunately, this is an ignition switch, by the way. This is where your key goes, right? And then you turn on the car. Now, I found the key, but this is dead now. And the other two spares, I found them. The kids had them hidden somewhere. But here's what's important. The idea is there is a computer chip here. There is it over there. It's a hex 56 pin. There it is down there. There it is. That chip has a code which speaks specifically to this key, which speaks specifically to the ECU and the steering lock in the car. So what I did for $600, well, say $650 because I had to pay coring, I bought another one, same part number. There we go. Sorry if I keep this upside down. So I bought another one. This is perfectly healthy. The problem is this will not start the car. Remember what I just explained to you now. This only works on this key, this ignition switch, that steering lock, that computer box. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this, the IC that's in here, the chip, transplant it and bring it this side. So when you plug the key, the car thinks it's still this one, and then it'll start. Okay, so I'm ready to start. Oh no, here we go. So Benz uses this funny tools, this reverse hex. I don't know why reverse it. Why complicate the tool to remove something? I mean, normal cars use that. You understand? Why reverse it? Focus. Anyway, I've got that ready. I need my T5, my T30, my blower, my soldering wire. Where is it? Okay, let me get my tools ready. Here we go. Left, right, left, push, nothing. Now remember, don't never point the heat on the IC. You could kill it, fry it. Push, up, come on. Push, left. Should come up out now. Push. There we go. Finally, yo. I just plugged the terminal. Time for the truth. Hold the phone. There we go. Car goes on. Which are good news. Good news. Please, baby, don't let me down. Start. Ooh! Oh my God! Ooh! I'm gonna hurt you. Man, that's all it took. All I needed was that machine and these brains. My mother didn't pay cheap school fees here, eh? Well, of course, it comes. I was born with a couple of things, but wow, Lord, where are you? Damn.